This lesson will cover navigating through your database with SOLID. As mentioned before, in the right pane, we see a view into one record of our database. If you want to advance to the next record, you can click on the Next button. You can step through one by one with that button. You can go forward and you can go back. If you want to go to the first record in the set, you use this button. Now, you can also search. There's a Find button. And so if I want to find, you can type any string and it will search in any field of the database. The file is a text file. So if I search for water, then it finds a record where that's in the example translation. So those are two ways. Now, an important thing to realize is that all of these things over here on the left that we talked about as giving us information, they can also serve as filters. So for instance, if I see this DL marker and I notice it only occurs 3 times and SOLID didn't know what settings to give to it, so I need to look at it. If I click on this DL, now the filter is set to only show me records that contain the marker DL. And this section here shows me what the current filter is that is on. And so here I'm on the first record of that filter. It's highlighted in yellow to show you that it's filtered. I can advance through those. That's the second record. That's the third record. And now the Advance button is grayed out because that's the last record within this filter. So I can do that for any of the records. If I want to see the GN marker, there's only 5 of them. Again, this indicator tells me which field it is filtering for, what filter is on. And so I can advance through these 5 records. And the one that I have selected is in bold here. You can quickly see which field is the one that you had selected. So all of these are a filter. Now, if you want to get back to seeing all of the records in your file, if I were to click on the LX field, that will show me all of them because that's the record marker. And it's telling me that it's filtered on the marker LX. But since every record in the file has an LX in it, this is showing me all of the records. So that's just going through looking at records with certain markers in them. But I also mentioned that this message box down here, each of these messages can also be a filter. So for instance, if I wanted to see everything related to this error message, it's telling me that the marker DT could not be placed. So if I click on this, I want to see which records had a DT that had an issue with it. And so here I look at this record and I can see that there are actually 2 DT fields. They're both bold. This one is in black because that one was okay. The second one is in red, and that's the one it's having a problem with. Now, it's not normal for a record to have 2 date fields. And so that's what it's complaining about. Later on, we'll get into how it knows that there's not supposed to be 2. And if I wanted to fix this, I could just select the first one and delete it. And now if I click on the Save button, it will refresh it. And now the DT is still in bold, but now it's black because it was able to parse it. And so that's how you can use these error messages to navigate to the records that have the problem that's described by this error message. And so again, this indicator up here is telling me which filter is on. It says marker DT could, and the space isn't big enough to give you the whole entire message, but at least you can see enough of it to know which one you're looking at. So if I wanted to see the ones where the SO could not be placed, again, I can advance through them. If I wanted to see the DL, and again, that The DL can't be placed because I didn't tell it anything about where it fits in the hierarchy. And again, all of these can serve as filters and will take you to just the records that apply to that error message. Now, again, if you want to see all of the records, at the top of this box, there's a special message that just says all records. And so that's another way to see all of the records in the database. And again, it's telling you that the filter is for all records. So both of these windows give you information and they also serve as filters. And both panes had a way to let you see all of the records in the database.